fix what I couldn't see. Eating clean, playing my part. Still something breaking inside my heart. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Following every line they drew, still ended up in reverse. Five pills lined up on the sink, each one telling me what to think. Said give it time, you'll be okay, but I kept drifting further away. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Gave them everything I had, still couldn't break that curse. Then one day I just let it go, stopped chasing what I didn't know. Took one step, changed one thing, turned my back on everything. On everything. Yeah, this is my why. North Dakota Carnivore changed my life. Kept it simple, stripped it down, turned it all the way around. Lost the weight, cleared my mind, left that old road far behind. What I found was something true, did it myself, and so can you.
And good Sunday morning. How's everybody doing today? Some of you may have noticed, I took yesterday off. We're going out of town for the day. Didn't get back until late yesterday evening, or early evening, late afternoon. Ended up going down to Costco, spending some time down in Bismarck. That's for where I'm at. That's about a 2-hour drive. So it was something we needed to do. After I get done with this live right today, we're actually going up north, up here to my parents' place. They've got a large deep freeze. I'm going to swap out this small one that we had a failure with that I lost a bunch of meat in with this other one, so that hopefully I have a deep freeze that won't happen again. But time to rebuild a stock into my meat. Now, speaking of meat, this is what I got going on right now. I'm cooking a brisket. I actually started this last night. The first 3 hours, I had it set at, what was it? At 165 is what I had the grill temp set at. It's a pellet grill, so basically what it did is it just smoked the hell out of it for the first 3 hours. And then I turned it up to 225 and went to bed. When I got up this morning, it was right at the stall. And that actually wasn't too long ago. I took it out, wrapped it in butcher paper with extra tallow in it, threw it back on. and it's going to cook at 275 now until it's done. And the amazing part about this grill, uh, when I'm up north getting that deep freeze, if it reaches the 203 degrees, I can turn this down to 160 degrees and let it start just keeping warm. It's amazing. So, and I've done it before. It's a nice thing to do. Because if you smoke a brisket, you're supposed to let it rest for the amount of time that you cooked it for. I'm not going to today because that's my dinner tonight is brisket. And what we don't eat, I'm going to have sliced up and I'm going to put into freezer bags, not freezer bags, vacuum seal bags. So I can refrigerate or freeze. That way I have it. But I don't know if there's going to be any left because my wife sent a picture of that to my grandson. And he said yum because he loves brisket. So do I. But got some really good deals at Costco yesterday. Well, for my area anyway. Like our chuck roll. I bought a chuck roll yesterday and that damn thing, it's $5.99 a pound at Costco. Any of our local stores around here, it's a minimum of $8.99 for a whole chuck roll. Ribeyes, the butcher shops that we have near us locally, if you want to buy a rib roast, you're still going to pay $20 a pound for it. I got a prime at Costco for $14 a pound, $13.99. So why not? I got a good deal on some ribs. Uh, got another pork belly because the pork belly I had was out in that freezer that didn't work. But I'm going to take the pork belly and I'm going to cure it myself, and I'm going to make my own bacon. I got a new meat slicer that I want to use so I can actually slice it once it's been cured and everything, and I can smoke it. And I want to use it to make my own bacon. So I can slice my own thick cut bacon slices out of it. It's going to be amazing. I already know it. So Brian was here this morning and said he's not feeling well and hope you have a great day and he'll watch replay later. Werewolf says, hi, Lance and gang. Good morning, Werewolf. How are you doing today? Miss Laugh Lot Eardrums, right? When I start my walks in the morning, that's the first song I play when I start my walk is that. Just because of the drum beat that it's got going on in there, it helps me set the pace so that I get a good pace going. And then I listen to some heavy metal that's got a awesome drum tracks on it so that I keep going at that pace. Babe Doll is in the house this morning. Hello, good morning. Hit the like button. Hey, I appreciate that. Because I forget to ask people to do it. Isabella, good morning. Good morning, Larry. How are you doing today? Oh no, what happened? Huh? I don't know. Are you talking about Brian is not feeling good? Yeah, I love that song. Oh, My Progress. My Progress is fine. Well, I appreciate that. I'm really happy with that 5-day fast. It did put me down to my back down to my lowest weight. I'm back down to 205 with that fast. It's tremendous for me. I haven't been at that weight since February, the first week of February, and now I'm back down there, and I'm going to continue to go down. So it's 142 pounds I've lost in 2 years now. Well, it'll be 2 years in 2 weeks. Once you know it, my nose is starting to run. I can sit here all morning and not talk, and it doesn't happen. Rick, good morning. How are you doing this morning? It's nice to see you here. I only got to see your show for a little bit yesterday, and then my wife and I jumped on the road and took off. So I have to go back and check it out again. Jippy, good morning. Yeah, feel better soon, Brian. Oh, babe says triple digits in the next 5 days. Ooh, that's going to be rough. Yesterday morning when I got up, our temperature was down to like 47 degrees out. It was absolutely gorgeous. I do like the cold temps like that. Right, rocking out in the morning. Angie! You're sorry you missed the live Friday night. Thank you for always being such a great motivator. I appreciate that, Angie. I truly enjoy watching others have success in what we're doing here. It is so nice. And having been as unhealthy as I was and realizing what it's done for me, helping others to achieve the same or similar results is just fabulous. Yeah. Rick said figure I was away since I didn't see me online. Yeah, I was out of it just about all day. I mean, even when I got home last night, I still ended up I threw all the meat in the deep freeze, well the chuck roll and the rib roast, I threw those in the deep freeze to chill them because that little freezer is still working. I don't know why it stopped long enough for everything in there to defrost, boil, and then started freezing and stuff again. I don't know what the hell happened on that. Um, but so I threw everything in there for a while I put everything else away, got everything set up, my cutting boards out, my knives out, and then I brought it out the rib roast first. If you chill stuff first, it makes it tremendously easier to cut it. 17 pound, I think it was 17-pound rib roast, and you square off the two ends, so you lose about a pound each on that. But I got 15 really nice steaks. They're all right about 1 pound, and they look amazing. And then the chuck roll, I wanted to get the chuck eye steaks. I didn't grab a good chuck roll for that because the part that had the where the chuck roll or the chuck eye should be, it was only about that long, and it was basically that center spot of it. It looks like when they were cutting it out, they tanked it and cut it too close, and they took part of that with it, which is all right. I did get the Denver steaks, and I got those out. Or was it the Sierra? I'm gonna have to go back and watch a video and see which one it is. But I did get 6 of those. So, but I got 3 of them and I cut them in half. They're about a pound between 2 of them. So they're cut into 8-ounce steaks. Those are going to be for me later. But the rest of it I ground into ground beef, and oh my god, is that delicious. I had 16 and a half pounds. So that, what do you do with that half pound? Of course, I grabbed my Captain Carnivore half-pound burger press, and I made a burger. What else would you do with it? But it was delicious. Donna Ray, good morning. You grind your own chuck, and the amazing thing about that is it tastes so much better than anything that you're going to buy in a supermarket because it is fresh. It is just one chunk of meat that you're grinding, so it has an amazing flavor. This stuff here, I would have no problems eating raw because it is from one animal, and I know that. Where the stuff you buy at the grocery store, who knows how many different animals are in it? I don't. Where has it been? How long was it out? The stuff I did yesterday, I know exactly how it was made. The other thing you can do with this here, and I didn't do it on this one, I did it on the last steak that or roast that I cut up. You can season it however you want to before you grind it. and then it gets into all the meat, and the whole thing tastes amazing at the same time. Or if you are looking for something different, this is what I did the first time I did my own grind. Well, actually, not the first time, but the first time a couple weeks ago when I did it, I put bacon in with it. So I had 3 pounds, was it 3 pound roast? 3 or 4 pound roast. And I put like a half a pound of bacon into it so that it had a bacon flavor throughout every bite. Just amazing what it does. You can make it your own. Oh, I suppose I could. Just because Brian's not here doesn't mean I don't have to click that button, right? But again, good morning, Donna Ray. Great to see you, Miss Lavalot. Says hello to the chat. Put the chat up on the screen now so everybody can see. Those are in the other streams. Jeff, good morning. How's your day going today? You're back on, what is today? Today is a odd day, so you're back eating today, and you'll be fasting again tonight. I love that schedule with alternate day fasting because you know exactly what you're doing by whether it's an odd day or an even day. Werewolf, you're smoking beef ribs. Awesome. I can't wait until I can eat dinner tonight. And this morning when I got up and I was actually hungry this morning, so I was like, "What the hell am I going to eat?" Because I didn't take anything out for me to eat this morning. And then I remembered I have sardines because I picked up some sardines yesterday. But I picked up. If you guys watched Larry's show, was it Friday? He had the polar sardines in the thin round can with the clear top. I picked up a can of those. My goodness, are those delicious? They really are. So I had my wife had hard boiled eggs in the fridge. I haven't had trouble with hard boiled eggs, only with over easy eggs or sunny side up eggs. Eggs that the whites are not fully cooked or whatever. I haven't had trouble with the hard boiled egg. So I had 4 hard boiled eggs and a can of sardines for breakfast this morning. And then I went and got the roast out or the brisket out and wrapped it. But I had to eat first. What time should we be at the house? Not actually quite sure yet because, I have another set of probes I can put in there. And when I set the temperature, like on this here, I set the temps to 205 or 203. And it would tell me how long I have left to cook. This one doesn't tell me that. So I don't know. I could grab one of those other ones and throw it in there. But it'll let me know when it gets to the 203, and then I can turn it down. And I think we're probably going to be eating dinner probably around 4:30, 5 o'clock. So come on in. Jeff says, broke my fast an hour ago. Spam and eggs. God, I love spam and eggs. Do you dice it up, or do you just leave it into slices and stuff? My wife bought this. She calls it an evil slicer. I shaved yesterday. Got a new brand of razors, and I have a mole right here, and it sliced that sucker. Oofta. And I just picked off the. I just rubbed the scab off of it. But she bought this slicer that you put stuff on it, and it's meant for dicing up into nice little squares or making like julienne stuff. You put eggs in there, cut it. It's amazing. Vegetables. We don't do vegetables anymore, but it works great with eggs. Works really good with spam. You disconnect everything. You just take the whole thing and just put it right over the top, straight down. Make spam fries. Air fry that at 450 for 12 minutes. It comes out with a little bit of a crisp to it. Oh my goodness, is that good? You dunk that into egg yolks. Gosh, that is good. A werewolf says both. Awesome. And he says, yum, brisket. Have you ever smoked a chuck roast? I have. Oh, I love the smoked chuck roast was actually really good. Comes out even better than brisket Cut it right from the chuck roll. Yep, you can. And I actually thought about doing that, smoking a chuck roll, a whole chuck roll, 20 pounds of meat. Oof, da. And for a chuck roll, I don't think I'd even trim anything on it, even that connective tissue, that silver skin. I think I'd just leave that on there too. It would help to keep the moisture inside of it. Ron, just saw that I was live. Good morning, Ron. So nice to see you today. Yeah, feel better, Brian. Everybody wants Brian to feel better. Werewolf says, bought all the sardines at Walmart. There were no sardines at Costco. I only bought 2 of those 6-packs of sardines at Costco, and there was only like 3 more left. And then they had Fish Wives tuna, and they were just sitting on top of that. There was no pallet, no case, or nothing for sardines there. They are having a hard time finding them. Bride's Biscuit. What's up, Mr. Biscuit? So nice to see you here again. How's everything? How's the wife? How's everything going on out there? I know you've had some family stuff going on there. Cynthia, good morning. How are you doing today? Larry says he's good, gulped yesterday, and not sore at all. That's one of the things that I was really amazed with when I started doing those T25 workouts again. The level of soreness that I have felt doing them, like after doing the total body circuit, that workout used to kill me. The next day, I could barely move. I haven't had, I've had a little tenderness here, but that's the only spot. My legs the next day are good. My abs are, even though when I'm doing them, I feel like I can't do another one when I'm doing it. I could be sore as heck, and I haven't been. And that, to me, that's just amazing. Where else is Brian's not feeling good? Yep, I thought you read that. My glasses are due back this Friday. That's these. These are just readers. They're not even my prescription glasses. My prescription glasses, I can't read crap on the screen with. That's what these are. These are my prescription ones. I can't read anything anymore because it's all blurry. The reading prescription on these is quite strong. And then there's one for distance on there too that I don't need anymore because I actually see, I can read the screen now like this. So if I were to go to like Angie's, I lost 7 more pounds from the 5-day fast and did not gain anything back from the refeed. Wow, that's tremendous. And had my lowest BOZ numbers yesterday, 24. Fabulous. See, and I don't generally check Dr. Boz after I do break my fast because mine changes quite a bit. I still know that I'm in ketosis. I know my ketones are always there, but it's just I know that. So I've had the experience. I've been doing it for 18 months or 20 months now for fasting and checking my BOZ number. So I kind of go off of what my experience has been. But see, I can read all this here, but when I put these on, they're just that much clearer and it's just a little bit easier to do. So I just still use them as a crutch. Jonathan, how are you today? It's nice to see you in here. And you saying hi to everybody? Yeah, circuit breaker could have pitted contacts, and I don't know because the outlet that it's connected into has other stuff plugged in, and those didn't lose power. So I don't know. I don't know what happened with that damn thing. It was just frustrating. I need to get because I have to have an extension cord to get to that outlet. So I need to get one of those extension cords with a light on the end. So when it plugs in, I can see that that specific thing is working. Because I don't want to do that again because that was not good. And Larry says, "Oh, by the way, I suck at golf, but I don't care." And that's the best attitude to have, Larry. because I've never been good at golf myself. I have I have a set of clubs. I haven't swung clubs in, well, it's over 20 years now. It's over 21 years. We moved back here to North Dakota where I grew up here. But we moved here from Minnesota 21 years ago, and I haven't swung clubs since I was in Minnesota. We had a little par three course not far from where I worked, and it was great. You could jump over there first thing in the morning, do 18 holes on that, and be back to work no time. But that's the last time I've actually played. Good morning, Amanda. How are you doing today? It's nice to see you in the chat again. Everybody saying hi again this morning. World says I'm getting hungry and hungrier and eating a lot more. Kudos to you, faster. Yeah, the fasting, it's one of the things that once you get used to, once you start building that fasting muscle, I don't know, there's not another way to really call it. Once you get used to that fasting way, once you get past that first 24 to 36 hours, that hunger seems to just disappear and go away. And it makes it tremendously easier to start fasting. Uncle Willie's in the house. Treadmill this morning. Awesome. I stood on my treadmill today. I did. I just stood on it. I actually didn't use it. I just stood there. So you can see the camera angle I have is a little bit different this morning. So I put that on there just so I could see if this made any difference for me in the way I want to look when I'm on the screen. That's the only reason I did it. But to adjust my camera angle, I have to go back on the other side of my desk, and that's where my treadmill is, right there. So the way I have my camera right now, I can't use my treadmill because it's in the way for the stand. But I've taken off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from doing any workouts. Friday evening, when I was getting home, I wasn't feeling good. I was feeling disconnected, and I ended up breaking my fast. So I didn't do any workout Friday. Yesterday, we got up early and took off. Didn't do a workout yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take the whole weekend off of doing workouts, no walks, no nothing, and just let my body have 3 days to recover, and I'll start them back up again on Monday because I can do that. Sliced and air fried, yeah, and bacon fat, and that's absolutely delicious. That's Spam is so good when you get that little bit of a crisp in it. Ron says I had New York strip for breakfast. Yes, I think that kind of beats my sardines. I really do. Would that be heart attack spam? I think so. What do you say, Rick? Spam, air fried bacon fat? Would that be heart attack spam? I think anything air fried or anything fried in bacon or tallow qualifies as a heart attack version of it. Let's see. Werewolf says I am adding whipped egg yolk in my coffee to compensate for the cream. Actually, quite delicious, and I've heard that. I've never tried it before. Speaking of coffee, went to Bismarck. Right, they've got two Dunn Brothers stores in Bismarck. They have the coffee that I like, the Papua New Guinea Western Highlands. If you can find it, it's a very, very smooth coffee. It's very good. I like it. I went there. I went to the first one, and their website shows that they have it in stock, and that was one of the coffees that they were supposed to be brewing. I get in there, and there's only one person there that I can see, and she's 16, 17 years old. She has no clue what's going on there. They didn't have any beans. They didn't have any of that coffee made. They had nothing for it. I was like, whatever. We went to Costco, got everything we wanted. My wife was like, well, they have another one in town, so you want to go there? And I'm like, yeah, we can go there. We told our granddaughter who came with us when she agreed to come with us that she wanted Chick-fil-A. So we said, okay, yeah, you can have your Chick-fil-A. So we went and got her Chick-fil-A and then checked on the way to Chick-fil-A to see if the other store had them. They were out also, so I took that from the universe that I wasn't supposed to have coffee. Bryce picks his wife a little better every day. Thanks. May attempt to get out of wheelchair tomorrow. Fingers crossed. That's amazing. Prayers for her and for your family, Bryce Biscuit. Yeah, it's good to hear. Cindy says, Werewolf, I'm trying to add some nutrition to my coffee. To my coffee loving husband. So I also added egg yolks to his coffee. What do you do with all the egg whites? I have tons of them left in the freezer. You make egg life wraps out of them. A nice flat top grill at a low temperature, and you can make them round, and you just do it until they're cooked solid, and it's just like a tortilla. And then you can put tacos in them, taco meat. You can make any kind of a wrap. If you do lunch meats, you can lunch meat and cheese in them. That's what I would do. I mean, egg life wraps, if you look at the price of those, they're expensive. Make them yourself on the egg whites. That's a great way to do it. Yes, coffee loving husband. Yeah, I as I was reading it, I figured that out pretty quick. Yeah, everybody's. You discard the whites? Yeah, I'd try making egg life wraps out of them if I could. Crispy spam chips are delicious. Absolutely. Oh, I forgot to take it out again. I have a I have round roast in my deep freeze in here. I should have taken that out and thawed it out so I could dehydrate it today. Warhol says the whites mess up my stomach. I added HMB, creatine, ancient nutrition, bone broth, protein. That's a super coffee. Absolutely. You're welcome, Bryce Biscuit. You know we all love you here, brother. And our carnivore community is one of those that we really do stick together, and it's tremendously supportive. So you see, anybody know what that is? That's actually a 3D printed card, and that comes from Captain Carnivore. From if you buy one of his half pound burger presses, you get one of those. You also get a keychain that's well, as he sends them out, he sends out the thank you card, and he throws something else in there. And on mine, I got a keychain with a penny, and it's got his that symbol on it. Now, when the first time I saw that symbol, that's a Norse symbol. But the first time I saw it, that's not where my mind went because I'm a sci-fi nerd. That was a Klingon symbol. That's where I went with it. And okay, this isn't ice water today. This is actually just hot water because it's morning. Maybe that's why my nose is running. I still make that mistake and I put it in there too hot. Don't let it cool off before so I can drink it a little bit better. But it helps to relax the throat quite a bit. Aaron, good morning. How are you? It's nice to see you in here. No umping a game this morning. So Aaron's had quite the weekend. All right, what'd you do this weekend? I've been absent since Friday. after my live, I haven't been on hardly at all. I did watch oh Lions Carnivore podcast. I watched Dan's update video from France. So he sounds like he's having a really good time in France. France is a beautiful country. It really is. I know people like to give the French a lot of shit, and I do too. You know, I spent some time in Europe, so I don't mind giving them a hard time. Um, let's see, this is good. I think my Pit Boss Grill. I think my sensor, my temperature sensor. It's one of the things that you have to watch with these grills. The temperature sensor is on the outside. Well, it's actually in the cooking area. So when it gets too much smoke in there, it will crust over and it affects the temperature. So I think I'm gonna have to go out there and clean it real quick because it shows it's 304 degrees, but it's set to 275. And this grill is generally spot on with the temperatures. I mean, they're really close and it holds it really good. So, but it can wait for another 20 minutes, I'm sure. So, what would you all do this weekend, Aaron? And then Cindy says, Werewolf added MCT oil, butter, gelatin, and whey protein also to his coffee. Why are you adding creatine? I am thinking of trying some to hopefully help with recovery. Right? Aaron, Movie Goats, good morning. How are you doing? Getting ready to do your workout? I got to give it to you, Aaron. You have one heck of a workout. Your workouts look like something that would really hurt 90% of the people out there. And you make it look easy. Aaron says, doing well. No, the season is over. Some fall ball, but nothing for a while. Okay. Ron says you can make carnivore bread using egg whites. Several recipes out there for him. That is true. You can also do that. I didn't think about that. I've tried the carnivore breads with the egg whites and stuff, and I really didn't care for them. My wife didn't like them at all. Cynthia says, yeah, I haven't done my workout today either. I should be doing it instead of sitting here typing, but I do enjoy connecting. And the connection with the people in here is what really makes a difference for a lot of people. Aaron says, I'm going to hydrate for a little more before I go outside. Are you hydrating with a fatty coffee this morning, Aaron? Or just straight black coffee? Well, Saturday morning, I woke up at 2 a.m., drove 8 hours to Indy to go to Dustin's meetup. Met Dustin, Amy, Kelly, Lynn. Awesome. And I missed it. I'm so happy that you went, Aaron. That is absolutely amazing. Cindy said, I haven't found any bread that either I or my husband really like, but thanks. Yeah, even the chaffles, to a point, I really don't care for chaffles either. I'm just really haven't found one that I really like to use. Oh, started driving home, got rear-ended. Guy ran off. Oh my god. That is absolutely terrible. Rockin' Coach Amy. Good morning. How you doing, Amy? It's nice to see you in here today. And the guy ran off. You couldn't get his plates. Well, that sucks. Are you okay? You didn't injure your back, your neck, or anything like that? Yeah. How's your vehicle? Amy says, I'm so sad for you, Aaron. I'm glad you are okay. Hopefully, your insurance can take care of it, right? Absolutely. You're so jealous, Cindy, that you get to meet the fellow carnivores in person. You don't know of anybody who lives close. They weren't really close to Aaron either. That was an 8-hour drive that Aaron had to go to do this. So that's amazing. That'd be like me driving to from Minneapolis, St. Paul from here, or over to Billings, Montana. When Steak and Butter Gal had their 4th of July meetup, that was about a 10-hour drive from where I live. It was so tempting to go there. So tempting. Wish I could have gone. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of meetups are close in the Midwest here where I'm at, or up in the North area. Ron says, I know this is not carnivore, but it is keto. I made chocolate cake using egg whites and cocoa powder and allulose. I made this for my wife's birthday. And that's actually not a bad thing. It's egg whites. It's the cocoa powder, but if you, I don't know how you properly pronounce it, that doesn't have the sugars in it. And then you use allulose. There's nothing wrong with it, really. It's pretty clean. Allulose has unless it triggers your addiction for sugar, allulose helps to lower blood sugars, mostly. Amy says, please continue to come to the meetups. We loved meeting you. Absolutely. And I am actually so glad that Aaron got to get out there and do it. You drink coffee black with salt, and that's a good way to do it. 8 hours home, took a little nap in the car, got home at 3. Yeah. But was it worth it, Aaron? I think it is. I really, I wish I could have done that. But it was like a 16-hour drive, 16-hour drive from my house to there. And then I would have to drive through Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Chicago. I don't think so. Aaron says, Amy, I'm sure they will take care of it. Just had to pay the deductibles. Yeah. Amy says, Aaron found out last night the cabin rentals at Potato Creek are $100 a night for up to 6 people. We could do it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for a cabin retreat. That wouldn't be a bad idea. You're going to get that going for the summer of 2027? Good job, Amy. Aaron has no regrets. It was such a fun night. And he would do it again. And you said there would be hours for me to get there, too. I checked this morning. Of course, I'm coming from the opposite way. This is it's not bad at all. Okay. And Cindy says, that sounds interesting, Ron. Making that cake, it is. The organic cacao is wonderful. That's what I make my chocolate ice cream for my wife with, is that. And I'll be having that tonight sometime after I eat my brisket, just because I can. It's great that you guys are able to meet. I sure wish we could do that again. So funny the meetup. Even think it's funny because the meetup that she wants to do is at a place called Potato Creek, and it's going to be a bunch of carnivores at Potato Creek. Maybe you can change the name for the weekend, Amy. Make it Ribeye Range. Put a sign over the Potato Creek and rename it Ribeye Range for the weekend. 18 Wheels of Carnivore. Good morning. You're about to trim a brisket and smoke it. Awesome. Nothing better than a beautifully smoked brisket. Spend hours out there tending to it. Well, I don't, because I got a pellet grill and I can watch it on my phone. But getting it trimmed, getting it seasoned, it makes such a difference. Right? This temporary change the name to State Creek. Yep. And the Potato Creek sounds like fun. It does, doesn't it? right? No, where are you at, Cindy? Are you in Minnesota? Are you in Iowa, Wisconsin? What area are you in? I'd love to be able to go to a meetup somewhere. And yeah, would I drive 8 hours? Probably. Twin Cities is an 8 hour drive from here. I'm really thinking because I'm going to be taking off. My wife and I kind of decided that we're going to take a small vacation this fall. We're going to bring our whole family and we're going to go to a hockey game on a Friday and Saturday nights, but it's going to be out of state. Thinking I should bring a brisket with that. I got a cooler that will keep the temperature. It's not a Yeti, but it's an igloo version of a Yeti, so it's extremely thick. It will hold ice in there forever, hold heat in there forever. So you can throw a brisket in that thing straight from the grill, and it will keep it in there for a long, long time. I think I can bring one of those to it. Amy says going to my brother's birthday party. They're having pizza. I'm eating before I go. Absolutely, or fast. You can do either one of them. It's an amazing tool to have that you can use. Or you could just really mess with them and just bring anchovies and eat anchovies over their pizza and drip some anchovies on there. Because anchovy pizza, come on. Bride's Business says I can't mess with carnivore approximations of sad foods. I learned through failed keto attempt. Yes, and some people can't. It's just some people have to be strict, and it's just what they have to do. And I get that. It's a state park. Might need permission from the governor to change the name. Now just get a magnetic sign and throw it over the potato and make it Steak Creek. They'll never know. Well, they'll know eventually, but they won't know who did it. Angie says, Amy, when you get that set up, let me know. My husband and I are long overdue for a weekend retreat without the kids. Our kids are grown up now, so I think they can stay home and watch the pets. Absolutely. And yeah, 18 wheels of carnivore, you use a stick burner and use pecan wood. Ooh, that is delicious. I don't have a stick burner, and I personally don't. Well, I probably do, but I really don't have the patience to use a stick burner and keep those temps like that constant. Amy says, or Aaron says, Amy, doesn't the governor know who you are? Right? Come on. You can help him out with some IT problems. Okay, you're in Iowa, right? I'm in the corner of Iowa, Nebraska, South Dakota. Awesome. My wife has her cousins live in Queen, Iowa. We've been there before, and then we're gonna be going down to Aberdeen, South Dakota here in September. So you're actually not that far away. The Fargo meetup would be a good spot to go to because that's actually pretty close to that area. Maybe we can get Cosmic Jester to do something in Fargo. I think Cosmic Jester's in Grand Forks area, but it's only 90 miles away. Amy says, we'll do Angie. Yeah. And it does. It sounds like a great time. Damn, Skippy. There's kayaking, hiking, bike riding in there. And it's peace and relaxing. That's one of the best things is just to be able to relax. It's one of the reasons we like to go up north to my parents because it's just so much nicer and calmer up there. And they live right on the river. Amy says, if I get grandma to come, there will be arts and crafts, right? Wisecracker didn't get the notification, but scrolled in. Well, thanks, Wisecracker. It's great to see you. Yeah, I didn't set this up until late last night. So one of the reasons why the notifications don't get pushed out right away, especially if you set them up early enough, they'll get pushed out. But when you set them up last minute, a lot of people don't get notified of it. And it does sound like a great plan. Rick from When Brook Acres is in the house. How are you doing today, Rick? Nice to see you in here. So I have to get used to looking downward or normal where the camera is. I'm used to looking up here to look in the camera. Now I can just look right across from the chat. And yeah, Aaron says that'll be a fun weekend. I think it will be too. I think everybody will have a good time. So peace and relaxing, a nice change from the chaos and anarchy, right? So Amy, where exactly is Potato Creek? Because that'd be the good thing to know is where's it at? And that way I can figure out how many hours it is from here too. Cal, good morning. It's nice to see you. Haven't seen you in chats for a while. How have you been? And I sat down this morning. I started going through stuff, and I got distracted. My granddaughter woke up, and in the morning, when she first wakes up and I'm in here doing stuff, she'll come in, she'll sit down, she'll sit in my lap and cuddle with me for a while, and then she likes to look at herself on the camera. And I lost track of time because kids. Twinberg says, "Hey Aaron, how'd you make out with the SOB that hit you? Did you get his info?" No, unfortunately, he did not. So it's one of those mornings where I am just. I got some great sleep last night. Um, I didn't do a screenshot of it, but it was almost 9 hours of sleep. I feel great, but I'm still just kind of tired. Now, after my refeed Friday and Saturday, and I actually drank quite a lot of water yesterday, which I was up twice last night to go to the bathroom, which means I know I drank too much water. My weight has gone up 5 pounds now, so I was 210 this morning. But I know a lot of that's from the water. But on Friday, I made it back down to 205. Extremely happy about that. My fast is working. It's going the direction I want to be. I broke the stall I've been in since mid-February, and I know it's not going to be long, and I'm going to hit that first goal of mine. I'm 5 pounds away from getting there, and it'll be a happy day. Amy saying it's south side of Joseph County in Indiana, about 25 miles from your house. Okay. I'm going to have to look up and see how far that is from here. North Liberty, Indiana. Okay. I know our. Oh, come on. There we go. Larry takes pictures of it. I do screenshots because then it just saves into a folder that I have it. Screenshots. Automatically does it. I don't have to worry about it. Let's see. Angie says, Amy, did you use 800 for 4 days for the cabin, or is it 400? I'm on the website, but I don't see prices. CD says, does anyone here use creatine for muscle recovery after weightlifting? I don't think I push the weights too much, but have major soreness that doesn't go away between workouts. That's a good question. That might be a good question next time you see Jonathan Carnivore Muscle in the chats. See what he suggests. 100 night, so 400 for 4 nights. And if people share, it can be split several ways. And you can have 6 in a cabin, so you can split that $100 6 ways, which is really cool. If you want your own cabin, it's $400. Yeah. You got to take care of laundry. Got to go take care of one. You too, Ron. Have a good day. Have a great rest of your weekend. Oh, coffee got spilled? That son of a. Don't mean to laugh, but that sucks when that happens. Amy says, we'll pitch in with our food and activity planning, going to see if there is a common area, see if there's a common grill. Somebody can bring a smoker. Cynthia, years ago when I worked at the gym and lifted like crazy, I used creatine in my protein shake afterwards. It did help. Jenny Mitch has a video on creatine, I believe. Yeah. If I remember right, and I could be wrong, the creatine helps to pull moisture, water back into the muscle, and that helps to relieve the soreness. So as long as you're proper electrolytes are being done to your proper balance, it helps out tremendously. And that's what makes the muscles pop more when they flex and stuff. It's that extra moisture and the extra water in the muscles makes them puff out a little bit bigger. Let's see, Angie said, Amy saw that may need a permit for a social gathering at the grounds. You have to look into that too. Bryce Bit says, I use creatine to great success to mitigate brain fog, sarcopenia, and osteoarthritis. So it does work. Yeah, and $400 is still for 4 days. Absolutely. All right, it's been just about an hour. I got another hour drive up north and load up a deep freeze into my truck. Another hour drive back, get unloaded and get it placed in the garage and stuff moved around. So I'm gonna head out now. Y'all have a great weekend. I'm gonna try to be back in time to be on Amy's tonight at 6, because I know Amy's got a guest, and then we in and out of Larry's chat while we're eating dinner tonight, making my ice cream. So y'all have a great day and rest of the great weekend. And Barbara's in the house. Good morning. It's nice to see you in here. I appreciate you stopping by. But we're just heading out now. So everybody have a great Sunday. Take care and let's eat meat, be happy. That's the best way to put it. Fix what I couldn't see. Eating clean, playing my part. Still something breaking inside my heart. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Following every line they drew, still ended up in reverse. Five pills lined up on the sink, one telling me what to think. Said give it time, you'll be okay. But I kept drifting further away. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse.
Carnivore changed my life. Kept it simple, stripped it down, turned it all the way around. Lost the weight, cleared my mind, left that old road far behind. What I found was something true, did it myself.